Chapel, and I've kind of waited 27 years to be on this stage to introduce our guest tonight, because just winding the clock back for a second, okay? 1991, and I was doing the overnights on Radio 1. I was working with a great producer called Phil Square, who these days works with Tony Blackburn and on Sounds of the 60s and the Golden Hour and all that kind of stuff. But between us, he and I were putting the music together for the overnight shows that I used to do. And Phil, at huge expense, subscribed to a company in America who sent out CDs each week containing all the new entries into the various Billboard charts for that week. So we used to get these things through, called hit discs. And at the beginning of every working week, we used to always sit and play through all the new music that they were delivering from the American charts. And I remember this particular moment we were going through, and this song came up. It was called Walking in Memphis. And we literally, tonight, we took this song and put it straight onto Radio 1. It was one of the best songs I'd heard in years. I just absolutely loved it. What I didn't know was that the night that we played it, Marc had come over to the UK to meet up with Atlantic Records to discuss maybe a promo campaign for the single when it came out here in the UK. He wouldn't have any idea that anybody in Britain would ever have heard this track. Okay, so he gets back to his hotel room, jet-lagged, he can't sleep, and he switches the radio on at about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and he switches the radio on, and there's Walking in Memphis. And he goes, how did this happen, that it's got onto the UK radio so quickly? So he got in touch with Atlantic Records the following morning, who then phoned me and said Marc is in London and he would love to come into the show to share the microphone with you this evening. So he did. He came into the show. It was the first time that we met, and then a little later I was the guy who introduced him on stage for his first major London appearance at Dominion Theatre. In fact, Martin Joseph was supporting him that night, and it was the night I also first met Martin, and he and I became very, very good friends. So here we are, all these years later, during which time he's sold trillions of records, won Grammys, written some of the most beautiful songs that we've heard during the last 25 or 30 years. And also, crucially, I think, and for me, important, that he's formed friendships with so many of the people whose music I respect so much. He's the best friend of John Leventhal, and is a really close friend with Rosanne Cash, which is in itself the biggest recommendation you could possibly have. It's such a pleasure. I can't tell you what it means to me to be on stage tonight to introduce him. Ladies and gentlemen, Marc Cohn.
Introduced me that now you have to listen to the second best voice in the house. Thanks for being here. And thanks to Bob. Thank you, Bob. Talks about some fateful day. Yeah, I guess this was mine. Well, I may be here to tell some kind of story, but I think it's gonna take a little time. that's alright. You see him like a little critter down the hall somewhere. Maybe I'm lost inside a dream. Maybe I'm falling, maybe I'm flying, but I know if I'm crying, she'll be holding me. Then the sky woke up, the rain came down and it washed away everything on the ground. Wash it away, wash it away. They're gonna wash it away. The baby's got that bottle filled with lightning and rain, and he keeps calling out for somebody, but she's riding on a train, riding on the ghost train. Yeah, she keeps on riding. She got to keep on riding. So mama, keep on riding. Yeah, you got to keep on. Now some trains leave here in the morning, some leave in the afternoon. Some trains leave right on time. Some just leave too soon, way too soon. And she said, the sky woke up and the rain came down and washed away everything on the ground. Wash it away, wash it away, wash it away. Your baby's got that bottle filled with lightning and rain, and he keeps calling out for somebody, but she's riding on a train, riding on a train, riding on a ghost train. Yeah, she keeps on riding with the sky and the rain came down. Mama, keep on riding to wash away everything, everything on the ground. Yeah, baby's got that bottle filled with lightning and rain, and he keeps calling out for somebody, but she's riding on a train, riding on a train, riding on the ghost train, riding on the ghost train, riding on the ghost train. I can see right now, and maybe here to tell some kind of story, some kind of story. Maybe here to tell some kind of story, baby. I don't